Hey everybody, it's Bust. We're continuing our playthrough of the Lab of Legends, trying to finish off the normal mode here. We're on everyone's biggest nemesis, in Taliyah, and so we'll see what we can piece together here. This was another failed trial. I think I've tried 3 or 4 of these, and hopefully this is the one that will get us through to the end. And so I do feel the need to call out with these. I don't want to just re-roll here at the beginning. Like I know that some people on Reddit, and I've had a couple comments that you can just like quit and start over again. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not really in the spirit of the lab. And so, if we need to re-roll here at the beginning, then we'll just go ahead and do it. And to the best of my ability, I'm going to try to draft some kind of Taliyah deck. I don't think it's that interesting if we're just gonna like try to take a Zed and put phages on Zed and just be just be like this huge Zed deck when we're stuck within Taliyah. I'm actually going to try to, piece something together with the landmarks or get some kind of Sharamatine going, something that isn't just, hey, let's draft a Zed and see what we can do. So with all that aside, I think I'm pretty okay with just taking Nature's Revenge. Should be decent here. One of the big problems that Taliyah has to begin with is that she just, like, you play in Ancient Preparations and don't get anything for the third turn, or it's the fourth turn and you're kind of behind and you want to play Assault Spire, but you just fall behind more because you don't get any payoff until turn 6, and then on turn 6 a 5/4 isn't that exciting anyways. And so like I get it. I get the struggle with Taliyah here. To really play to her strengths, we need a bit of help in the early game and a bit of help with interaction. And so hopefully Nature's Revenge will be the thing that helps us do that. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's send them in on the spiders here and see what happens. I haven't seen anything come down yet, but I do assume if we start with one of these saplings, our opponent, we can pass and then they're just going to play a spider, and then we can actually sapling down their spider. I'm pretty sure that that's the way it would work here, but let's see. Won't have to worry about it too much because we're just going to play Ancient Preparations, but I'm pretty confident that we'd be able to do that here. And with this, let's just continue to play on curve. Against the spiders, these rock hoppers aren't that exciting of a unit, and so by the time they get to having fearsomes, they aren't that worrisome anyways. Alright, giving them the business. And here we probably just want to move over to Shapestone. That'll let us continue to play on curve. We have Rockhopper Ancient Preparations on 3, Salt Spire on 4, Taliyah on 5. And then it's the best one could ask for, I think. Alright, so we're gonna try to game the system here. So we're just gonna pass. Opponent's gonna play Spiderling. Fuck. Didn't happen. I had it in my head that they were just going to play the Spiderling anyways, so that we would be able to just play Rockhopper after they played the Spiderling, and so we wouldn't be wasting our our landmark onto the little unit. But sometimes your opponents can just they can play around it. They've got some abilities and things. Okay.
Don't touch it.
What a tricky little spider deck. I didn't think they could make plays that next level. You live and you learn, I guess. Okay, but let's get this Taliyah going. I'm just going to exhaust whatever he has on board. If as good as we get as a spiderling, then I'm pretty okay with that. Okay. Let's see. I mean, these are the things where Taliyah can actually do, useful things. We'll be able to Ancient Preparations into Naturalist now. Just it takes her so long to get rolling, and these plays are so slow that it just takes quite a bit of work. Can we survive any of this? Okay, he has a lot of three health units here, or 3 attack units. Taliyah, this thing. Are we willing to give up? We can do this. His are all dead, ours are not. That's the ideal way for this turn to end. I do worry about him playing a like a Vile Feast or something just to interact with our units. So getting the Rock Hopper on board here should be pretty good. They tend to just play things. They tend to play Vile Feasts only. I don't think this is the one that plays Withering Whales. I think that's the Mist Wraiths. Maybe this one, or maybe I'm thinking of Thresh. I'm not quite sure, but I feel like there's a pretty safe play. It's apparently the one playing Atrocities. Okay, okay. Do we have anything on theme here? I mean, there's always Kindred. I just don't really like Kindred in these style of decks. He needs a bunch of like cheap units on the board that can be sacrificed, and that's just not something that we're doing. And so I think we can let him go. Vi's not going to combo with anything. We don't have enough like 2-cost cards to try to get a lot of the Vi things going. Let's just reroll here. And so I tend to just look towards Noxus. So we can at least get this like 5-attack matters theme going. If we think of Sivir in Expedition, right? Sivir pairs up with LeBlanc. They have the reputation theme, and then Sivir gets the reputation with things like Salt Spire, generating these grumpy rock bears. And so it's something that we could probably piece together with Noxus. Again, Elise isn't kind of combo. Garen is better just arguably from a pure strength standpoint, since he comes with the removal spell. He plays well with the, giving the rallies and generating saplings with our passive, but I think we should just take the Noxus cards here. It does come with the 2-drop, which is pretty important. These Legion Grenadiers are okay. Alright, I could see something like this. It's got all kinds of ways to interact with a Mist Wraith on 2. And no shenanigans here. As far as I'm aware, this deck doesn't have any 1-drops in it. I think the only unit in it is Mist Wraith and Wraith Collar.
Would you look at this place? Move! My board!
Alrighty. I think we just spend all of our mana here. He can't play any units that are ever relevant, so. Want any of this? Probably just pick up Darius. We have the same like 4 or 5 combo with Taliyah, Salt Spire, but I think that we ultimately just, and like if he does what his deck wants to do with like Mist Wraiths, I think we probably just try to play things like Death's Hand and then see if we can't just like finish him with this Naturalist next turn.
If it was important, they should have built it better.
What? What? Is he gonna get us? Did they just get the outplays from opponent? Let's get a Withering Whale. Deal 2 to an enemy and 1 to the Nexus. Okay. Alright, he got us good. Alright. Darius is pretty good when your opponent just starts with 10 health. He's ready to flip.
Not so fast.
Gonna play the box. Oh, that would be okay. Alrighty, this attack should do it.
Victory at any cost.
Okay. I checked the eye. We're good. No need to shape stone. Alright, let's get ready for Thresh. So let's see, how do we want to upgrade our Taliyah? There is a slight argument to just give her elusive. You know, whenever she's flipped, she's just going to be hitting for 9 damage at least. Seems pretty decent. I'm just gonna keep leveling up Taliyah's. Otherwise, just giving her barrier is not that exciting. And in all of these trials, I've just been like, man, I wish I could give Taliyah overwhelmed so she could take full advantage of that ability. And so I think elusive will be pretty good here. Okay, and then Kahiri's probably just too slow. Create a copy of me in your deck. When you see me in a prediction, get all allied copies of me too. Yeah, we're just not going to have the time to do that stuff. I think we probably just want to add Doomkeeper because it costs 1 mana. Okay. Doomkeeper is probably good enough to not worry about rerolls, so I'm on board with this. Okay, so the Naturalist tends to be okay in these since it can take down the Vaults of Helia. And then since we have the sapling coming down on the first turn, don't feel the need to just hard mulligan. My general strategy against the Thresh decks is to just try to ace all of their units every turn. Because for every turn that he has a unit plus Vaults of Helia, he gets up 1 mana on us. So, you know, the Hapless Aristocrat is his best choice here. Because it, you know, completely protects all of his units. He can kind of interact. That's why we talk about him being good with Blighted Caretakers. But
the journey ahead is long.
I have a full clear after this turn now.
Death comes.
Okay, so I'm not like super interested in Salt Spire because we're just not gonna play it, right? We're just gonna be like playing Unraveled Earth and Naturalist, and we're gonna Naturalist off his Vaults of Helia. I think we can just skip over all of these. Can't kill this unit fast enough. I guess the question now is, do we want to like Roiled Earth? Is this Unraveled Earth before he plays the unit? I don't think so. I think we're pretty well aligned to just start interacting with whatever he's going to do. Nothing? Just do nothing? Wow. Pretty impressive. Okay. Alright, then our board is too full to flip this Taliyah, so let's at least just get rid of one of these things. And then we'll just try to interact with this Thresh positively. Scuttlegeist. Sure. Oh, it could have just lethaled him, right? That was silly. Oops. I forgot that they start at 10, and it's just like, well, this game's just done anyways, so just get these units on the board. All right. We'll clean this up next turn, I guess. All right, let's try this again. I just wanted to get that flip Darius attack in. It's all about the style points, right? Okay, then what can we piece together here? I do not like this Poro thing. I've seen a lot of people talk on Reddit like this Poro thing is actually good. I can't tell if they're just trolling or not, but in my experience, this Poro ability is horrible, and so I'm definitely going to let that one go. Domination, on the other hand, one of the best ones in the game, especially when we already have the sapling generator. So, pretty nice little pickup there. These are not particularly exciting. I don't feel like we need Mark of the Isles. We have a lot of times where we're just kind of like stranded with Shapestone and don't want it anyways. So let's go ahead and take a reroll here. I generally prefer to reroll once these cards have abilities. This is a really like low value reroll here, but those cards were all pretty trash. So Spirit Fire is a fine pickup though. Nice little removal spell for us. Not that great here in the Sejuani rounds, but it can be extremely powerful in the Victor rounds. So Okay. Those cards are all cheap and playable, so let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and aggro out these Dune Keepers. We got easy ways to spend all of our money here. All of our money. That's what they should call it, right? Not mana, it should just be money. This is gonna be a nice little aggro start. Coming in hot. Opponent's just not playing any units. Just gonna lethal him. I think we're just gonna lethal him.
The Emperor commands, the land obeys. Always forward.
Right. Easy game. Get out of here, hunters. Okay. On to the Scar Grounds. I don't think it's as important to oh goodness. Important to go out here and just take advantage of, like we come out here and just kill the Thresh with the Vaults of Helia quite a bit. I don't think it's as important here. So Nox and Guillotine is moderately interesting with the when cast draw 1, just like the ultimate value spell. But it doesn't seem like we've had our opponents just like sitting around with big units. But I mean, if Nox and Guillotine's ever going to be good, it's going to be against Sejuani. It could be kind of okay against the turret deck once they get up to making 8/8s. But I think we probably just want to take the Nexus here. Don't think we could. Is he good enough to keep, or would we rather just reroll? Because I don't really want like 2 Dariuses and 2 Nexus. All right, I'm gonna reroll. It's been decided. Ugh, these cards are trash. How many Unraveled Earths do we really want? I mean, I guess the Erected Sentry at least buys a ton of time. It's not really on theme or anything, but... Okay, and then the Furied Rockhopper, we can make some things happen with that. We'll take him. He's on theme. He generates the Roiling Sands, and so I think he's a reasonable play here. He's gonna come out here, and our opponent's gonna play Unscarred Reaver on 1. We're gonna take advantage of it with our Dune Keepers.
The Emperor commands, the land obeys.
In the War Mother's name.
Bringing it.
Ow! My first scar.
Let's see, Gat's gonna bring the 2/2.
Sounds of the wilds. Azir's command. Nature does not yield.
Fury. Didn't matter. Okay, we'll hang on to Stun Spider. We can hopefully get a little bit of value out of this thing later. I think Darius is okay. He should be coming down quick enough to be pretty relevant here.
Take what we need to survive. Sand and blood.
Gonna run in and take him to 10. Our blocks on this thing aren't very good anymore, but I think this is still reasonable. And again, the Scar Grounds isn't like a super good target for the Desert Naturalist, but we're not doing anything else with this thing.
Today I am feeling great.
Moonfang smells blood. Keep your
So take it to 1 health so we can kill it with a sapling.
It's
I
not
don't
safe.
think there's a lot of reason to just be taking damage here. We'll close this out with Darius soon enough.
This will be a fine story.
Don't think we'll need it, but let's skip all these. I don't want any of these cards.
Voices howl from the mountains.
Gotta double check and see if we can lethal here. We cannot. So. Alright, I guess dude figured out what we were gonna do. Dude. All the answers. This is okay. I'm pretty sure we can close this down with this double exhaust Darius next turn. If we just do this. Oh, well, that doesn't seem great.
I see you.
Again, let's just protect our health. Shouldn't be too much he can do about our Darius.
They will bleed for Nexus. I'll handle this myself.
Could we block that different and survived?
I see something.
Not sure. I don't think it matters. Let's just get sloppy. Let's get in here and get dirty. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, why not?
There it is. Okay, what you got for me? No more, no more cycles away. I think the Spellbindered Weight of Judgment's probably pretty good. We don't have a big density of spells yet, but if we're playing this for like 2 mana, then that's a pretty good deal. We typically struggle with interaction as well. All right, the 3 mana Salt Spires. Welcome to the team. We're doing landmark shit out here. Easy peasy. I don't see why people on Reddit say this is hard. You just take all the cards that say landmark and you're done. Alright. Against Sejuani, I guess we hang on to our 1. See, now it messes up our curve with the with the Salt Spire, right? We have to just wait till 4 to play it for Taliyah. All right, we'll survive. We'll figure out a way to manage our 3-cost Salt Spire. I believe in us.
This land is ours. Coming in hot.
Azir's command.
Okay.
The Winter's Claw.
Keep your distance.
Interesting. How do we get around this awkwardness? If we want to stun Spider, I guess we'll see what he does.
The Winter's Claw strikes.
Alright, that wasn't as good as I'd hoped.
Who's gonna get in my way?
Maul them. Sure about that?
This one, I guess this is fine. Prevent the damage. We can get one of these with our rally hook. You really just need to not die. So. Kill with Taliyah? No, she's not gonna. She's elusive, but we're not gonna have the mana to shape stone her. That's probably still the card we want to be taking. Guess we could do it this way. Who needs Taliyah, right? Got him. Oh man, just get the salt spires down and don't use it. Get the Taliyah and say no thanks. It's like, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. It's just. Okay, and always a huge fan of this one. Refill your spell mana is an extremely powerful one. Glad to pick that up. We were really just kind of like hurting for spells anyways. Let's just kind of slam down these Unraveled Earths. Pretty happy to pick this one up. And what is Taliyah getting? It must do something. What does Spatula do? Oh god, I'm gonna have to Google it. Hang on. Okay, it says something about shuffling stats and maybe giving it a ability. We're just gonna put Phage on Taliyah. Easy peasy. All right, and then here's where I tend to struggle. I've been having. It's not so much that like either of these is like ultra challenging. It's just that you tend to have these like awkward starts and you get chunked for like 8 damage, and then they throughout the course of the game just get an additional 4, so it's like you take 12, and then you go into the next one and they do kind of the same thing. They just get this random incidental damage. It's not like any of these are particularly challenging. It's just like the culmination of all of them tends to be a problem. But we're doing stuff here. Getting to start out killing their units is kind of exactly what we need to be doing. It's gonna play as defensively as possible. Since all of his cards cost 1 less, but we may be able to kind of go toe to toe with him on mana since we're refilling spell mana every turn. Probably not, but
You name it, I'll nick it.
Fuse is lit! Victory at any cost!
all right. I think we're pretty well set to just crush this one now. We've kind of hit all the high points here. Our opponent didn't explode on us. I think we're pretty good to go. Not real excited about adding salt spires here, but I think you can just like shape stone through combat. It'll only have 1 unit on the board. I think this is good.
You won't believe what Pilty's
All right, there's the big problem that we ever run into with this deck is the Sump Snipe Scavenger. I have to try to like go out of my way to deal with this thing. But I think we'll be okay now that we have like ways to get like challenges, and we have these stun spiders to deal with this for a couple turns. I think we're okay with this. I guess we don't actually know what he's going to put the Sumpworks map on, but let's stun his big one, at least make him put it on a smaller unit. It's just not going to play it. Okay. Oh, I guess he doesn't have the mana now because he didn't play it last turn. Okay. Darius is our typically our ultra important win condition here since he has Overwhelm.
And I thought there was something good to see.
Dude, why would you do that? Come on, AI.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
All right, let's see if we can end this turn with nothing on the board. Just put it on the 2 health unit. Come on, dude. All right, I think I'm pretty confident in us winning this one now.
Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform.
Kind of thinking I just want to get these salt spires going. We just really need like stats. Can mushroom cloud this thing. Okay, let's at least get a big chunk of damage in here. Get some good usage out of these rallies.
I see something.
Okay, but you got a long way to go, Darius. So let's just get into combat.
Oh, I'm going to
Bring 'em
get
all.
him.
And where does this leave us? Add another one of these dummies.
Sun's beneath me and winds behind me.
Okay. Let's leave. This will leave room for a sapling. Gives him an opportunity to play a unit into our roiling sands. I think this is where we start to end it.
My axe is ready.
Oh, that's a harvest right there.
And he just like doesn't get to attack here, right?
Carve a path.
Whatever you can kill. You're welcome to attack. And you're
Gonna
welcome to
catch
attack.
the sky.
Okay.
No refunds.
Can't get double Darius going. That's just going to be a decimate. That's probably
Always
fine.
rely on you to keep us safe. It's not safe.
Okay, seems like opponent gave up. I think we're good now. Oh no, the Darius had a puff cap. We could have done that better.
By my hand.
Alrighty, good game, friend. Alright, that feels pretty good. Well, I guess we should see how the turret round goes, but I ultimately, being above 20 health, it seems like we've pretty successful round there. Okay. +3/+3, but ephemeral. That's kind of interesting on these Doomkeepers. No need to make Unraveled Earths cheaper now that we have 3 spell mana every turn, but okay. Just get him in there. Let's get to racing. +3/+3, but ephemeral. We didn't have any of the reputation cards show up, but it would mean that, you know, be getting those reputation hits in quick and easy and early. Okay. Let's see if he gives us a better choice than this thing. Well, we probably just want the 2-drop.
A foray into the field? How exciting!
Thank you, friend.
My writing!
Happy to do whatever's needed.
Fuse is lit.
Getting to crushing. Easy game, right? It's easy when you have the sapling and the sapling every turn and the rally every turn. Easy. I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. Let's see if he just plays a better unit that we can hit with the sapling.
I'm on it.
Didn't, but it was worth waiting to see if he did.
At any cost.
Safety first.
Not done yet.
I'm feeling fresh. That should be good.
Yeah, why not?
Interesting. Got it, my man. You got it, my man. Old Darius. And so, like, my idea here is, you know, he's gonna get the big boys here in a couple turns. And that's when we would want to start adding arachnid sentries. But here, I think we're okay with these. Bring you in here. 2 damage is all we need on this thing.
Oh, I'm going to
Some
get
free
it.
attacks. But right, we want him to have like the 8/8 on the board, and then we just stun it. We don't want to have to deal with it over and over again.
They fear tomorrow, the fools.
Would we rather just go ahead and get it out of the way? We do have 2 sentries. I'm kind of thinking in this way we can just like hook the Voltician now, like we just do this. And we have 2 blocks on these. Getting our Darius in this way. But it's kind of like on the flip side if we... Well, I guess the sentry is good here because it has barrier. So let's go ahead and stun. Alright, now all these attacks look really good. Okay. Now, how does our Darius look? Let's say we just go ahead and play Stun Spider. Then next turn, we just have Darius. We just have Darius on the board, and that's hopefully enough. I meant to pull that back and see if Taliyah was going to be lethal, but didn't quite get the opportunity.
Carve a path.
Okay, I think I'm okay with just not taking the damage. He's going to get a trade with Darius, which is fine. Now we're just going to have to do it with Taliyah. If we can find 1 landmark, she should be lethal, right? No, she's only dealing 10 right now. No, she'll be +1 attack when she flips. There we go. There's all the tools we need. We are now good.
Hey, watch out for the rock dupes, you maniac!
Hey, better watch out for me! Ah!
Okay.
Oh dear!
Distance means so little when family.
There we
means
go.
so
We figured
much.
it out. We're going to make our way to victor.
If I stumble, I have the earth to catch me.
Oh, this doesn't block. It's lethal, right?
Some rocks just won't sit still.
See ya. All right. I think we're in a pretty good spot here.
We should do this more often.
Let's see. Summon ephemeral copies of Rockhopper. Okay. That's the way you really ramp up all of your roiling sands. You just play your single Rockhopper and get 2 roiling sands out of it. See, we're doing stuff. We're doing landmark things. All right, bring it, Victor. So you probably just want to hang on to this. I'd like to find some of our earlier plays that can kind of interact. Also known as Rockhopper. Let's go ahead and do this. I think we're not going to get a lot of value out of this thing. I think he's probably just going to pass. Okay. I wanted to see if he had the 1 cost unit. If we could try to take advantage of it. Seems like he didn't. I don't know how hard the the game will game the system on us.
L'Astronaut Rame buys me a new sail. Woohoo!
Sure. Alright, I think we're good. I don't want to call my shot, but I think we're finally going to win this one. It's just... let's let some of these roiling sands clear out before we add our units. Yeah, this is unfortunate. You only get one... well, you spend all our mana anyways, but you only get one rock hopper like this. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
I rise anew.
Would you look at this place?
Strike meow.
One damage? Do we just want to power through this? I don't think that's a big deal. We'd rather use this shapestone to kill his other Nyandroid.
Can't steer.
Who's gonna get in my way?
Alright, we're so close. So close to getting there.
Function.
Between this Taliyah and this Darius, I think we should be able to end this.
I will weave my own path. Onward, everybody! The horizon calls.
Ooh. Alright, what you got for us, opponent? Victor?
Desert likes you.
Would we rather just kill his Victor? Probably not.
Turn the stones. Some rocks just won't sit
Just get this 11 chunk in. Such a huge chunk of damage from Taliyah when you just can't block her. Alright, I think we're gonna do it, guys. I think we're gonna do it. In style. We're gonna do it in style, it's the way we're gonna do it.
My orders.
Okay.
New materials, new improvements.
Alright, here it comes. Here's all the damages anyone could ever need. See a Victor. GG, doesn't even block. Alrighty, so yeah. I don't want to talk too much trash because that was one of the more challenging of trials to get through. I think we're going to be in for a real treat on the on the harder difficulties. But I mean, by the time if people sit around and complain too much, maybe they will make this one a little easier. I don't see how they'll do it until more cards are released, but we should be coming up on an expansion here pretty soon. I can't remember, the 2.5 patch came out maybe a week ago. And that was the big balance patch of the set. So this should be like 3 weeks until new cards come out. But yeah, I mean, so the real struggles with Taliyah again are the landmarks and interacting with them and all that. It's easy enough to pull off, but the second you fall behind, you really fall behind. And so the real struggle is in, we play Saltspire and copy it, but you have to be reasonably ahead or at least even on the board, or your opponent just overruns you, right? Because you're just taking like 2 turns to not really do anything. And so with her, again, I think it's really important to just pick up a whole bunch of early game plays. We did get this might just be like the best set of passive powers that you can get. I know Rally feels like the best one, or Spell Mana is arguably the best one, but pairing that up with Nature's Revenge, that was huge. We just had so much interaction throughout every single game that we would have done this with any of the champions. And so wasn't surprised to see that we were able to pull this off with Taliyah, but I don't think all of these were necessary. Just this Domination Nature's Revenge combo is huge. But I liked how we approached it though, right? We picked up a lot of early game plays. We were stacking our Rock Hoppers, picked up these Dune Keepers that are off theme just to have stuff to do in the early game. And we did kind of go out of our way to pick up cards that say landmark on them, and so that helped a little bit as well. But ultimately, if you're pursuing your own Taliyah trials, that will be the big thing, is just trying to make sure you have enough stuff to do in the early game, enough kind of interactive elements, whether or not it's units or removal spells, to where you can go and start slotting in your landmarks and be surviving that way. But that will do it for us today. Hope you all learned how to visit the landmarks a little better. You maybe learned a thing or two along the way and had a good time watching. This is Bust, and we thank you for being here.